Hi friends, welcome you all to the study blog. I hope you are all doing good. This is my first course on the study blog about the IoT. I hope you are all also very keen to learn this emerging technology, as we all know that every industry is moving towards the IoT, and it is also very important to keep ourselves updated. So my main tutorial is to help you different terminologies and techniques in this course. Let us start the video. I would like to give the complete outline of the course. Coming to the first section of the microcontrollers. This one is the main part of the IoT. Selection of microcontrollers. Whatever is your application requires some system or processor or some devices and some sensors to do the processing, and you have to get the output as expected, and some functions like arithmetic functions, boolean functions, logical and conditional functions. These functions should be stored in the memory like RAM or ROM. USB, Ethernet and Wi-Fi are these components collectively known as IoT. As in the world, more than 20 million microcontrollers are used by the Texas, Philips, ARM, license, all these are the vendors. Selection of the microcontroller according to your requirement plays a very important role. You all have heard that the Arduino Raspberry Pi kits using for the hobby projects and some competitions and for small startups also. I will provide a good data sheet for the selection of the microcontroller which you are required. Next one, power supply. There are different kinds of power supply like switch mode power supply and switching regulators, and this comes under the regulator session like voltage regulators and switching regulators, and buck and boost converters are the power supplies from the transformers which are step down transformer and brought to powerhouses to 220 volts. If you are using a DC motor of 12 volts, your house supply is 220 volts, and some fuses and some other appliances consumes the remaining power supply. And if you got the 10 volts, then you have to use the boost converters, and the many of the microcontrollers have the supply of the 7 volt up to 7 volts, and you are getting only 5 volts, then you have to use the charge pumps. These help us to supply the remaining volts. There are the small components which will be discussed further. Now the microcontroller are connected to some sensors. You have to use them for some communication device. Here comes the third one, communications, and some communication portals also. As you all can see in the communication devices, many of us are using the Bluetooth. Nowadays Bluetooth has been emerged as 4.5 version, and the latest version is 5.0, and these Bluetooth versions are working under the topology of the mesh topology. And the Zigbee, all you can know that is some Wi-Fi devices connectors like modems, like all we are using it. And Wi-Fi Max, NB IoT, LTEM, Sigfox and LoRa. These all are the communication devices which we can use in the IoT projects. And coming to the protocols, there are some protocols like HTTP, MQTT, COAP, AMQP, basics of RFID and NFC. NFC are used for the secure payments and energy harvesting. The term IoT is coined by Kelvin Ashton in the late 90s and in the early 20s. The best definition for IoT is from ITU, International Telecommunication Union. It defines the IoT as the IoT is defined as the global infrastructure for information society, enabling advanced services by interconnecting physical, virtual things based on existing and evolving interpretable information and communication technologies. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or queries, please comment in the comment box. Thank you, and I hope you will continue with me in this tutorial or series. Thank you and thanks a lot.